Hey you guys, Desmond here,
And LaCresha.
and welcome back to the
Ooh.
channel. And today we are here to discuss Drag Race Philippines Season 2, Episode 5, Sirena, the Rusical. But before we get into it, as always, I gotta remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe because we are getting closer and closer to our goal of 500 subscribers. So join the family. We will love you forever and ever and ever. So,
Amen.
what did we think of this episode altogether?
It was a pretty decent episode.
Good episode, I agree. It was pretty good, pretty good. Um, we'll talk about the Rusical later, but this is the second Rusical this year that has been based off of a story that we are quite familiar with through Disney.
Yes.
Even though with them they also included the folklore that they have as well. But yes, I was entertained. I was really entertained by this episode.
I
Um,
was sitting there thinking to myself, I said, oh, that was fortuitous. They just knew this was going to come out around the same time.
they were like, we are going to be prepared, okay?
Be prepared.
Yes. So, I say let's go ahead and get into this review. Wada boom, bada boom. So it's right after Verushka's elimination. I'm
Mm.
sorry. We go in, we read her message. Both Matilda and Dee Dee clean off the mirror, and everyone was pretty shocked that it was a three-way lip sync
Mm-hmm.
because that was the first time they've done it on Drag Race Philippines. So I know I would be gagged, especially breaking the format of the typical bottom two lip sync for your life. But you know me, I love having more than two up there, especially when the stage is big enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's been some stages we've seen that was not big enough for three, four queens to be hopping and hollering around, but they did it anyway. But that's neither here nor there. So
No.
afterwards, they sit down, and Dee Dee was really being in the bottom really shook her.
Yes.
She was very much okay. I'm gonna have to step up because she even mentioned
Yes.
in this screenshot here that she gave herself another year of drag before she gave up, before she was going to hang up the heels
Quit.
because she's been in the game for so long. And
Mm.
that is the question. That when is it time to step away? I would like to speak
Right.
to an elderly drag queen or a former drag queen who did decide, what, it's time for me to step away. I've done the gigs, I've done the kicks. It's time for me to go retire, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she was getting ready to do it, but here she is. The Lord said you thought you were done. You just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You finna be busy now. Because the Philippine girls stay booked and busy. And if she
Mm.
comes to DragCon next year, I will definitely go get in the line to say hello. Say
Yes.
hello. But yes, we move on to the next day in the workroom. They're coming in, they're chatting, and then they finally congratulate Captivating Races on her win last week.
The nicknames are killing me.
So RuPaul comes up on the screen to give the weekly reveal, and Mama Powell
Mm-hmm.
enters the room and announces we will be doing a mini challenge, Sit on Me, which is musical chairs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's how I read it.
And I love musical chairs. Like growing up, that was my game. And even
Mm-hmm.
now, I will probably be down to play it as long as we just don't, we a little bit older now. We don't want someone to fall and hurt something.
They don't care.
Shoot, to my me, I don't want to fall and hurt something.
I know you don't, but they don't care.
Shoot. So they were dancing and doing the musical chairs to Sissy That Walk. And I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was funny that the very first queen to be eliminated was our mini challenge assassin, Matilda. I'm
Matilda.
like, damn, sis. I would have been mad. I just won 3 in a row. Like, I'm that big dog now. Like, when it comes to these mini
Right?
challenges, that's how I'm
Like
getting my
one more of
coins.
these, and I'll have all the prize money anyway.
Baby, that's how I'm getting my coin, these mini challenges. So I'm pushing. Baby, she ain't pushing no more. She got pushed right out that competition. But I ain't gonna lie to you, if I was down there with the no, you don't want too many, sis. This is my chair. This is my chair. So they continue to play. And then we get to the next part where the pit crew comes out. And now they have to sit on them who are sitting on the chairs. So that just elevated. It was so much more fun after that. I was like, oh, this seems like... I love seeing people have fun and have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's the whole purpose of the mini challenges. Break the tension for just a little bit. Let's have some laughs. Let's have a good time. And this is exactly what it was. So, after all of the sitting in the pit crew's laps, we were down to our top 2, Bernie and Captivating Races. And baby, that final one, like, I was like, oh, is the pit crew okay?
Oh, right, because he fell smack on his face.
Oh my goodness. And then Captivating Racist also hit the back of her head. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, Lord, is everyone okay? Is somebody finna have to be sent home due to medical?
Look, because this show was a whole
And like they even showed a replay of Captivating hitting her head up against the ground. I'm like, oh. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a note of this. Like, if she has to go home due to a head injury a couple episodes later, it's gonna be right here. It's gonna be right here. But she seemed fine, so I highly doubt, she'll if there was a big issue, I think it would have came effect immediately.
Yes.
But Captivating Racists end up winning the challenge. Then Mama Pow announced that this week's Maxi Challenge is Sirena, the Rusical. And because Captivating won the mini challenge, she gets to pick her role, and then the rest of the queens get to fight it out for their roles. I'm like, no, they should have been messy and let Captivating Racists do all of the selections. I'd be like, because I know she would have stirred the pot. She'd be like, oh, you want Ariel? Well, here, you can have Flounder.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to be Queen Trident? Okay, you can be Sebastian. I'm giving you the opposite of what you want. But hey, that's not how that worked. So they sat down, they listened to the track, and they got together to determine who's going to take what role. So Captivating chose Sirena, which is the Little Mermaid character, Ariel. And everybody else, was picking their roles, but we did run into a situation where 4 queens wanted 2 different roles. Well, 2 queens wanted 2 different roles. Let me say it that way. At first, we had Dee Dee and Arizona both going after the same role. And then we had Bernie and Miss Jade also going after the same role. Side note, I love Miss Jade's tattoos. Like, those tattoos are everything. I love them. I think I have some tattoos similar like that I downloaded for The Sims. I think I did. But anyway, so they went through that. We always get that every time they have to assign their roles. There's always going to be somebody who wants the same role, and they're going to tussle for it. But I did like how Dee Dee and Arizona stepped to the side and had a conversation about it.
Right.
But then they made...
Instead of the audition.
Yeah, then Dee Dee and Miss Jason had the audition. I'm like, no. I've said this before. I'm not going to audition in front of... These folks are not going to make this decision for me. Me and Creesha both want the same role, so me and Creesha going to sit down and we can figure out... I'd rather us do rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Best 2 out of 3. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, you won. All right, I'll get this roll over here. Let's make something shake. Because I'm not. No. This is my competition. I'm trying to do what's best for me. Now, like I said, if me and you discuss or me and you do the rock, paper, scissors and I lose, okay, cool. I will embrace this character. But I'm not finna just willy-nilly, okay, guys, we're gonna sit up here and we're gonna audition, and then you get the... No. No, no, it's a no for me, dog. It's a no.
Okay, Randy Jackson.
It's a no. Anyway, so we're going to head on over. We went to the Mama Pal came through, but baby, she ain't say nothing.
No.
We come in and it's time for the choreography. Cecile Martinez, who actually choreographed the Little Mermaid there in the Philippines. Whoop whoop whoop.
Woo-hoo.
I'm just glad we didn't get that mean one from last season. Oh, I can't remember his name.
Yes. Oh my God. I thought about that too. I said,
Part of me was like, oh
what's the name?
god. Part of me was like, oh god, is it gonna be him again? Then I saw it was this lady here. I'm like, oh, whew. Baby, I'm not sure if he could make it on the internet. Because last year Twitter dragged him
Rightfully
hard,
so.
and I was dragging him too.
Now, but yes.
I was dragging him too. So, yeah, he said, "No, I'm good. Cecile can do it."
Mm-hmm.
And she seems so sweet. She seems so sweet, and she did a really good job with the choreography. It just shows, you can get things done while being nice.
Yeah, she earned more flies with honey.
Mm-hmm. There's times you got to be assertive, but there's no times to be mean. But yes, so after the rehearsal, let's just go straight to the main stage. Up first, we have Mama Pow. Finally, a good look. Like, this is probably my favorite look of hers all season. I would have chose a different wig. But
I would have chosen a different wig too.
But, like, thank you. Thank you to whomever designed it. She announced who designed it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Because, they've been okay, kind of lackluster, but I really like this one. Yes. I love the shape of it. Like I said, I would have chose a different hairpiece for this, but everything else looks good. What did you think of Mama Pal's look this week?
I thought it was gorgeous.
I love that.
I agree with you on the wig. There were some wig choices made.
And it seems like a pretty common critique for Mama Pal this season. Like, what made you choose that particular wig? Or whoever does your hair, what made them pick that particular wig?
Right. Who thought that was okay?
Yeah, and I get it. It's the Little Mermaid. You want the red hair. But you could have did it. My issue is the style. It's not the color. It's the style.
Right.
A sickening updo with a few hairs stringing down would have been everything here. But hey, we're not Mama Pal nor Mama Pal's team. So, we are joined by Calic Karen, Jiggly Caliente, John Santos, and this week's special guest judge, Ann Curtis. She seems really sweet.
Yeah, she gave really good critiques.
Yeah, she seemed pretty sweet. And we'll leave it at that. So it's now time for Sirena, the Rusical. So before we get into
I love the Philippines stage.
Like, they outdo us every year, and it's only been 2 years, but they've outdone us each year.
I mean, it's
like,
so versatile.
if I was RuPaul, as soon as I would have saw all this, I'd have been on the stage designer. You see what Philippines do? Go ahead. Go ahead. Immediately.
Yes, I want all the LCD screens. Yes, all of them.
And don't get me wrong, there's been some improvements to, the US main stage, and I felt like it's been in the right direction. But they should just go full LED screen at this point, because you could do so much more with that.
Really should.
You can give that traditional background if you want, or you got when there's a Rusical and it takes place outside.
Background to choose from.
Yes, and it takes place outside. Look, we got a field behind us. We're outside now. But hey, they make enough money to do it.
That part.
To be honest, once I found out how much Drag Race makes per episode, it makes sense why I heard rumors that they gave the All-Star 9 queens $50,000 to participate, and then gave them $75,000 for their outfits. So next season, if we're a little bit harder on these runways, That's why, because they gave you money for your runways, and this is what you brought. Okay. So, what did we think of Sirena, the Rusical?
It was good.
It was really cute. I liked it. I really did.
Yeah. It
Like,
was entertaining.
yeah, like I said, like the Rusicals here lately have actually been pretty decent to amazing, just depending on where we are. And
Yes.
yet again,
Who
this
the
was
writer is,
yeah,
things
like
like
this was
that.
really good. It followed the basic story just with a twist.
Right.
I was entertained, honestly. And to me, there was only one person who really struggled. So after
Mm-hmm.
watching the performance, I'm like, I wonder who is going to go down. Like, I had an idea of one of them, which I was right on that second person. But, like, it's not like she
Mm-hmm.
did bad. It was just other people
Right.
who were great.
Did better.
Yeah. So, let's get into the gig. Up first, we have O.V. Cunt as Lebastion. I thought she did a good job.
She did do a good job. I
Like,
mean, and she leaned into the character a lot.
yeah, she leaned into the character. Um, I don't think I would have had her. We'll talk about this a little bit later. Um, she did a good job, but I think she should have
Mm.
been one of the ones that were told, "Oh, you were safe, but you also did a great job," like Mama Pal did with those two that she called safe. She's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, y'all did amazing. Just want to let y'all know." I think that's what I would have did with Ov Cunt. Saved her, but let her know, "Hey, you did do great. You
Right.
did do great." I fully embraced the character. I loved the belly out. Like, it was really good.
Yeah. Even I think the belly was like a stuffed belly. I
Even
don't
if
think
it
it
was
was her
stuffed, I was still
actual.
very entertained.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying it wasn't entertaining. I just was like, oh, it's the stuffed belly. That's really convincing, actually.
But up next is Bernie. I thought she really did a good job with this flounder like character.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I really feel like her runway is what got her in the top this week. Because again, I thought this was just a safe performance.
Yeah.
But that runway, ooh we gonna talk about the shoes, honey,
That's
the
true.
shoes. But yeah, I thought she did a good job.
Yes.
Up next is Hannah Beshi. I don't know how she wasn't in the top this week, baby. I forget which judge gave this critique to Jujubee, but she said you give good mouth, and
Yes.
Hannah Beshi give good mouth. Okay, like I was fully. I knew this character. I'm like, yes, yes, Queen. I bow to thee. What did you think of her performance here?
It was pretty good. I was kind of sad that it was really brief.
Yeah, I wanted more. But honestly, all of them were brief except for two roles. All of them were brief except for two roles.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of like flash in the pan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, for as long as these episodes are, you could have had that go a little bit longer.
Yeah. Which, thank y'all for listening to the critiques from last season. And y'all shortened the episodes. Thank y'all. Oh, thank y'all.
They were like, they felt like 2 hours
They were
last
damn
year.
near 2 hours. Like, they were an hour and a half to 2 hours, somewhere in between each week. I'm like, and plus, y'all not including Untucked because y'all have your own Untucked. So I'm like, sis, this is a lot of filler.
It really was.
But this season, they got it down. I'm like, all right, thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Thank
Thank you. Up next. Oh, snap. Hold on. My notes got moved. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So up next, this is what happened to my notes?
I don't know.
I don't know what happened here, but this is Arizona Brandy. I do know that. I was looking for
Uh
her
huh.
character name, but it's something went wrong with it. But anyway, Arizona Brandy, good job.
Yes.
Oh no, this was Arizona Brandy. I'm sorry, this is Matilda.
Yeah.
Matilda. Now, Matilda did do a good job, but
However,
it really just fell down to the fact, like you said earlier, a lot of these roles were flash in the pans.
yes, because it was like you saw her and then she was gone
Yeah,
for the rest of the thing, and then showed up at the end, and I was like, okay. And I don't think she did as bad as they say she did.
she didn't.
But
The
I
role
think,
was small, and yeah,
yeah,
she did select that role, and she said, "I wanted it because it's so small." But
right,
at the same time, they shouldn't have wrote the character so small because she can only do
exactly,
what she's given. Although she did pick the role, because if she didn't pick it,
exactly.
somebody else would have got it. And I wonder if they would have got the same critique, or would they have been like, "Oh, you were there for just a short period of time, but we loved you so much." You know, they love pushing
And
their
I think that
stories.
that's what it was. It was the fact that she picked it. If somebody else had given it to her, or that had been all that was left, then they'd have been like, "Oh, you made it work with what you got." Because they were like talking about, "Oh, there was a walk or something that they were supposed to do, or something," and she was like, "I did the walk, but I only had so much time to do this walk. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, yeah. That's always my biggest issue with smaller roles. Um, I feel like Wig Loose is a good example of this, where each role had pretty much the same amount except for the lead.
Right,
The lead led, but everybody else had a decent amount of time, so it's not like, oh yeah, I forgot you was in this musical.
right,
It was very much, here she is right here, there she goes at the end.
right.
And honestly, it was the same thing for Arizona, but you felt more energy from her. And I
Yes,
think that's why she was just safe. Like I said, safe job.
safe job.
So moving on to Captivating Racist, she was the lead role. I felt like her critiques were a little harsh. I thought she did a good job.
I wasn't too fond with her performance, honestly. Do I agree with all of the critiques? No, but I don't think she did like that great of a job.
I thought she did good. I thought she did good. Wait, I think my notes are wrong because
I think they are too.
yeah, because I think she was placed. What happened? I don't know what I was doing with these notes, honey. I don't know either. I'm double checking on my phone real quick, but I personally liked her performance. Um, I was really entertained. What did you think of her
Hmm.
performance?
I already said what I felt about her performance.
Okay, I see what was done here. All right, yeah, because she was one of the ones at. That's right. At the end of the episode, it was her and Dee Dee, where they were like, "Oh, who's it going to be?" So ignore my comments beforehand. Um, but yeah, I was really entertained by her. I thought she did an amazing job. Um, yeah, that's enough praise I want to give the races. Up next is Dee Dee Marie Holiday, basically playing the Ursula character.
Yeah, I thought she was fantastic.
Amazing. So
I
freak.
love the outfit. I love the wig. I loved her characterization. I loved her expressions. Like this was A+ to me.
For real, honestly. And we're gonna talk about that runway. But I really thought that runway was gonna stop her from getting the win.
Me too.
Because I think I would not have given her the win because of that runway.
Right.
Especially when you had Captivating Racists who did a great job and had a great runway.
Hmm.
And I hate to say that. But at the same time, I probably would have done a double win. Give them both 40,000 pesos. Split the 80 in half. Give them both 40,000 pesos and call it a day. But, like, Dee Dee really
She
embodied
ate
the
and left no
character.
crumbs there. I'm sorry.
And every moment she was on that screen, the eyes were on her.
On her the whole time. Like even with me halfway paying attention, it was just like I was paying attention when she was on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Up next is Miss Jade. So she probably had one of my favorite songs of them all. It's just
Yes.
"Kiss the Girl" is one of my favorite Disney songs. Period. It's up there with "I'll
Mm-hmm.
Make a Man Out of You." Not higher than "I'll Make a Man Out of You," but it's like a few songs under it.
It's
Um,
like right there.
yeah, it's like right there. It's like "I'll Make a Man" number one, "Kiss the Girl" like three.
Listen to it, kissing it,
Like they're
just
right
barely.
there. But yeah, and for her not to want this role, I would like after because I've always said if I were to do a Rusical, after listening to it, I would fight for the song that I would want to perform the most. And I feel like this would be
Mm-hmm.
the song I would want to perform the most, even though it's one of the smaller roles. I feel like I could have really took this role because it's just me on the side of the stage having my full moment.
Right.
Unlike everybody else who had to share the screen.
Yes. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, you had a moment, so you had every opportunity to like engage and have all of the focus be on you.
Hmm.
But it was on her, honestly.
It was. It was just, and it's not like she did bad.
She didn't do bad.
It was
You could just
just,
tell her heart wasn't in it.
yeah, like it wasn't the role she wanted, and plus she was really dead in the face.
Yeah, and I figured that was what got her, in the position she was
Yeah,
in.
because after she finished her beat, I'm like, yeah, she gonna be in the bottom. I was like, yeah, and I love me some Miss J, so I'm like, hopefully she could
Me
perform.
too.
Hopefully she could perform, and she did. We
And
go,
did.
and we gonna talk about that. We gonna talk about that. So that is Sirena the Rusical. Overall,
Did.
great Rusical. I was thoroughly
Yes.
entertained. Thoroughly entertained. I
How
thought
many screenshots?
screenshots of what? Oh, the final pose. It's just two.
Yeah.
Just two. My God. So it is now time for the runway, and the category is the shoes. I hope Prince got a little something, something for that. You know what I'm saying? Because although Prince didn't say it, it was a response to those terrible shoes Prince had on. Those terrible shoes. So, up first we have Miss Jade So serving us
Yeah.
some him. Uh,
Yes.
I love the shoes. And
Uh huh.
that's the main point of the category. The outfit I'm not the biggest fan of.
You didn't like the outfit?
No. Continue talking now. I
Yeah.
just didn't really care for this outfit.
Why not?
Maybe because I'm a big fan of him. And I know
Right.
you probably couldn't do a direct copy of. But to me,
No.
if it wasn't for the claws in the hand on your hand and you being painted somewhat red, I wouldn't known the reference. Because you remember, him had the thigh highs. He said, "You go
Mm,
see me in these thigh highs. You go see me in his little flouncy skirt."
right.
So yeah,
So you're saying that those shoes should have been thigh highs?
yeah, yeah. But like I said, I like it. It's a soft. I'm gonna give it a soft 2 because I love the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I love the shoes. So up next is Bernie, baby,
Bunny.
baby, these shoes.
The shoes.
Oh my goodness, these
Those
shoes
got to be some
are
expensive shoes because them
everything.
flowers.
Just look at them.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. You got close up.
I had to get a close up of the shoes. Like these are my favorite shoes. It's not my favorite outfit, but it's my
No.
favorite pair of shoes.
Yes.
And this just it all worked for me. Check, check, check. Check,
Hmm.
check, check. What did you think of this look here?
I'm not too fond of the clothes, but the shoes were everything.
Yes. And I really think this
And
is
that
why
was
she
supposed to be the focus anyway. So
and this is why I think she was in the top because of these shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these shoes were shoes, okay?
The shoes were shoeing.
Up next is Arizona Brandy. Okay. I like the idea of this.
Mm-hmm. Cinderella is a basketball player.
I just wish it was executed better. Like, I get it.
Yes.
You wanted to do Cinderella as a basketball player. Cool. Love that. And it also, it's like the perfect week to do that because you also did The Little Mermaid as the Rusical.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, I wish the dress would have tore away and you would have saw like a real sickening Jersey
That
inspired
part, I was
outfit.
just thinking the same thing.
Like some sort of Jersey inspired outfit, and then look at the
Some
shoes.
basketball shorts. You could have went 1950s with and had little booty shorts.
Or you could have did like the early 2000s and do the Jersey dress. The Jersey
Yeah.
dress, some long
All of
straight
Maya.
hair.
Should I stay? Should I go? I
Like,
don't
rip off the
know.
hair and it just reveals to be straight long hair. Like, it was just, I like the idea. It's just you had to lift up your dress to show us the shoes for a shoe category. So for
Mm-hmm.
that, I have to boot. I have to. Like, the shoes have to be shoeing up front so I can see them. But do you do you have anything you want to add to this look? Because you were pretty much
No.
chiming in
In
as,
agreement.
yeah, in agreement. So up next is Dee Dee Marie Holiday. Boo. The worst look of the week. The worst shoes of the week.
Yeah. I have nothing else to add to that.
To be honest, I don't. If I was Mama Pal, I either would have double winged it or I would have just gave it to Captivating Racist. I would have,
Hmm.
because
Let's
I'm.
say captivating racist.
That's
Use
her
a
name,
nickname.
Captivating Racist. Um, because I'm a big person on both need to count the runway and the challenge, but the challenge should
Hmm.
weigh more.
Right.
And even with the challenge weighing more, I still feel like Captivating should have got the win because although she wasn't as great as Dee Dee Marie, but her runway
Hmm.
is what took her over.
Right.
So yeah, yeah, either it should have been a double win or just Captivating. Probably a
Right.
double win because I don't fool with Captivating like that. So do a double win, be like, yeah, yeah. All right. Up next is Matilda. I love this.
Yes.
I
I love the
loved
outfit.
every piece of this. I wanted one in every color. The shoes, I just look at them. I do feel like they're just a tad bit too big,
Big.
but I still love them. What did you think of the look?
You mean Bernie? Bernie's shoes?
Did she make Bernie
Uh,
shoes?
no. I'm talking about the shoes you love so much.
Yeah, Bernie's is my favorite,
Yes.
but these are a
But
close second, maybe third.
yes, they are a close second. I have nothing else to add.
Okay, it took you 10 minutes just to say, I have nothing else to add. Thank you, my panel of judges. Up next is Captivating Races. I really enjoyed this look. I thought it was fun. I
Mm-hmm.
love the shoes connected into the skis. I love the snow coming out the top of the little with the little spray bottles. I thought this was
Mm-hmm.
a well executed look.
Yeah,
What did
yeah.
you
Little
think of this
snow
look?
bunny. Little Sasquatch, but without hair.
And then up next is OV. I thought this was so much fun. I would have chose a different hair color
Instead of gray.
instead of gray. I would have chose a different hair color, maybe a good brown or black, something darker. But other than that, this is so much fun. I love the camp element of it. And, I appreciate OV for stepping out of, the spooky box. You don't want the judges to be like, oh, we're tired of you serving the same thing. When the glamorous queens can serve glamour every week, but they don't have a problem with that. But hey, I'ma shut up. What did you think of OV's look this week?
It was not my favorite. I like the outfit, not necessarily the shoes.
Love the shoes.
I know you love the shoes. I wasn't a big fan of the shoes.
Up next is Hannah Beshi. I love the idea of this.
Uh-huh.
The execution, though.
The heel frog foot is never a good combo for me.
Yeah, it's a boot. So, out of our 8 remaining queens, who had your favorite look of the week?
Matilda.
Matilda had my favorite look.
My favorite shoe is Bernie.
I'm going to say that's the next question. Who is your favorite shoe?
Bernie.
I agree. I agree. And with captivating being a close second for both categories. So, we find out that the tops and bottoms are as followed. Hold on, I have it on my phone because my tops and bottoms are not correct here. I don't know what that is. So, in the top...
Were you taking notes at 2 different times?
I have no idea. In the top, we have Dee, Bernie, Captivating, and OV. And in the bottom, we have Miss Jade So and Matilda. Do you agree with this top-bottom placement?
Yeah, but not necessarily the reason why.
I agree, kinda, but Hannah Beshi, all of her outfit was, I would have switched her out with OV Cunt. I would have.
See?
I'm okay with the 4 high 2 bottom placement this week because honestly, nobody really did bad but Miss Jade So, and then Matilda just didn't really give. She didn't take advantage of the time that she did have. I'll say that.
Yeah. To make the impression she needed to have made. Yeah.
So we find out that Dee Marie Holiday is the winner. Part of me wants to agree, but that runway. Dude,
she was surprised too.
Because she knew. Because when the judges read her for that runway, you could see in her face, she's like, oh, I'm not getting the win.
Right. She was like, dang, I'm at the bottom.
I don't think she would have thought she was on the bottom, but she's been so like, oh, I need a win. You can just see in her face like, yeah, I'm not getting that win this week.
Not this time.
Not this week. But they gave it to her, like I said, looking at it through fair lenses and not looking at, what certain people did in their past. Captivating blackface. I think I would have just gave the solo win to Captivating. I think I would have. Okay. I think Aditi's runway really just was like, no. Because I was even thinking, like I mentioned earlier, I've been like, oh, I could do like a double, but I was like, no. The runways need to matter. The runways need to matter. So I would have just gave it to Captivating. She won a repeater badge. I'm sorry, they call it a Rue badge here. They don't call it a repeater badge. They call it a Rue badge.
A Rue badge.
And we find out that Matilda and Miss Jade So are in the bottom. Now, they lip sync to this song right here. I'm not even going to try it. I've learned my lesson with France. If I can't say the title, I'm just going to say this song right here. So, and they can't even
have the title flash up on the screen.
They can't even see the title of it, but they've watched the episode. That's why you're here. You've watched the episode. So
exactly. You know what it sounded like.
So can we talk about how beautiful this lip sync was?
Oh yeah.
Like both Miss Jade and Matilda really did something,
Knocked it out.
really some special here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just sitting there like mouth. That's probably why my notes were all messed up. Was this damn lip sync, and I'm sitting there and I'm like,
It was so emotional.
so emotions, so emotions. Yeah, that's English. So emotions, and just watching this, my eyes, my heart, like I was really emotional at the end of this. I felt the
Mm-hmm.
pain. This is why I'm big on if we're gonna do a ballad, let's do a ballad.
Right.
Don't give me the dance, make that the no. Give me.
He's so mad about that. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they did it twice to us.
How did you get here?
They've done it twice now.
They have
Twice. In the same
twice.
funky ass version. Give us
Yes.
the traditional ballad. And you had the queens to pull it off each time. You had BB the
Yes.
first time, and you had Silky the second time. They would have handled it.
Might be a scooter problem though.
It could have been, the licensing. I understand that. But for me, if I was in charge, y'all call me. Put me in charge of, the licensing and getting the songs together. I'll get that done for y'all. But if I can't get the ballad and I got to get some nasty ass dance remix like the Unbreak My Heart, oh my God. Why'd y'all do that? I wouldn't even present it to them. Be like, no, because it has to be this stupid little dance mix. I'm not even going to bring it to y'all. Here's a Kim Petras song we can use. Y'all not. No, y'all not. Y'all not. Y'all not. But yes, I love when the queens kill a ballad. And to be honest with you, I really thought Mama Pow was going to save them both.
Me too.
I really thought this was going to be a double set.
Especially after Matilda was on the floor crying.
Like it was all just it was such a beautiful and powerful moment. Like even flashing to the judges during the lip sync, they're all emotional watching this lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
So me personally, I would have saved them both. I would have been like, Shantae, you both stay. That's what I would have done. That's what I would have done. But we find out that Matilda is the winner of this week's lip sync. Which means, not Matilda, Miss Jade is the winner of this week's lip sync.
Yes.
Which means we have to say goodbye to Matilda.
Hmm.
We're going to miss her, our mini challenge assassin.
Yes. She was one of my tops. She was one of my favorites.
And we should have known something up when she didn't win the mini challenge. That threw her off her game. That's what we're going to blame it on. She didn't win the mini challenge. So that threw her off. But they dance to the moon, to the moon. And we find out next week that the mini challenge is going to be the puppets. And they'll be doing an acting challenge. So I'm intrigued to see how that's going to turn out.
Can't wait to see how this gonna go.
Yes, darling. So I say we go ahead and wrap things up here. Cresha, where can they find you on social media?
They can find me at Cresha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for spending a piece of your day with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see y'all soon. Bye.